Hi, this video is titled The Antichrist Part 3, and it's about how the left and right spinning legacy media world, which is a big part of the Antichrist, does not treat men and women equally, but it massively, totally favors women. That in fact, the collapse of the world of men that we've been seeing all around us on earth right now comes largely from this negative legacy media world. I want you to visualize something as you watch this video. I'm not saying it's really this simple, but keep this idea in mind as we go through what's happening to the world of men on earth right now. We know from particle physics that there's a particle reality, which is combined with a wave reality. Imagine that this dual reality construct has now moved up to encompass our human existence, our human world. We have our old real world or particle reality, which is, the normal life of people on the surface of the planet Earth that humanity's lived upon for all these long years. But now, over the last 30 years or so, we've added a second wave reality construct to our modern world with what we could call our new electric screen world, made up of all the TV, computer, and phone screens that we all spend so much of our time looking at these days. Many people spend more than half of their waking hours living in this new screen world rather than really living in the real world. The old particle reality, the real world, has always favored men because men can use their size and physical strength and the testosterone running through our veins to get ahead in life. But the new wave or electric reality, the screen world, favors women. I want to take this model one step further and say that, well, you know how human beings are made up of the two sets of chromosomes? There's our paternal chromosomes, which come from our father, and then our maternal chromosomes, which come from our mother's egg cell. So just bear with me here. It's more complicated than this, but just imagine that our old real world reality, where men have dominated through all these long years, is a construct of our greater paternal dynamics. And imagine that the new screen world reality, where women have much more authority, influence, and power, is a construct which has arisen recently from our greater maternal dynamics. The screen world takes individual human beings and it magnifies them up onto these screens, which we look at so much of the time. So suddenly there are thousands or even millions of copies of celebrity or political or sports or whatever people spread across all the TV, phone, and computer screens. So the particle reality can only have one of each person. But in the screen world, we can be magnified into millions or even hundreds of millions of versions of ourselves. But the thing is, while the paternal real world favors men, the new maternal screen world, the wave reality, favors women. And it has this concave nature where, you know how you can use a concave mirror to focus electric light energy into one place and maybe burn that thing out? Well, the electric medium makes up a large ring, like an electron ring outside around the atom. And this ring is like a concave mirror around politics. It can focus all the media energies upon almost always a man, almost never a woman. And it can use this focused energy to destroy, cancel, and get that man fired or thrown out of their job. There's an important corollary here to a particle function in the field of particle physics. A W minus, it's called a W minus particle, is a very large subatomic particle, relatively speaking, which explodes downward from the surrounding electric ring into the nucleus of an atom, almost as though the electron ring is a concave electric mirror, which is just what I'm saying. And it collects a bunch of energy from this surrounding negative energy electric ring and condenses and focuses that negative energy until it slams into one very specific part of the nucleus, which it then knocks out of its position, causing an atomic decay or collapse of the particle. This is exactly what our Antichrist legacy media does here in America. In fact, that's the media's favorite sport. They drum up all the negativity they can, then crash it down into a specific politician or some other celebrity person. Virtually, again, always a man, almost never a woman. And if they can get enough support from the people, see, that's the W part of the W minus particle. The electric legacy media world is the negative, the minus sign part. That's the negative electric part. But the people of the nation are the time energies. That's the W part. And the negative Antichrist media needs the agreement of the people to actually throw that person out of office. They can't do it themselves. So they're constantly trying to lead the people, get the energy of the people to then be able to destroy this guy or that guy or whatever, his career, his good name, and his livelihood. Now think about this. The famous book series, The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien, it describes how this negative electric system makes up an evil ring of power. This evil ring of power is the negative energy electron ring, which swirls around in a cloud of negative energies. Evil Sauron wants to use the negative ring of power and combine it with his all-seeing eye, which are basically electric cameras. The cameras which capture any little bit of masculinity by any men and use it to destroy them, to destroy the world of men. So the legacy media is an evil ring of power that wants to use its all-seeing eye to throw W minus particles at all and any real men, heterosexual, masculine type men, one at a time in an undeclared war to destroy the world of men. And in this maternal screen world, men are not innocent until proven guilty like they are in the particle reality. The laws of the land do not apply because the notion in the media is to protect women from the evil, terrible, bad men. You always have to believe whatever thing a woman says, which could be total gossip or she's mad at an old boyfriend because he didn't propose marriage or whatever. But the media says take a woman's word with no verdict of a court of law needed and just go ahead and destroy a man's life. Gossip, slander, and unproven defamation of character are perfectly good tools in the Antichrist legacy media world. Think about this. Men and women each have their own toolbox, which contain the tools they use to get ahead in life. Some of the tools in the men's toolbox and the woman's toolbox are the same. Things like good self-discipline, a strong work ethic, and showing up for things on time. Those are shared tools by both men and women. But then there are tools specific to men, mostly relating to our size and strength, our big physical bodies, and tools specific to women, mostly to do with their physical beauty and attractiveness. One of the biggest tools for women is the effect of just the magnetic attraction that women exert over men. Women's beauty strongly affects and influences men. It's their most important tool. This is a huge tool for women, and my point is this tool carries up into the new maternal screen world. Women's beauty in all kinds of ways works upon men from the electric world. Men can even achieve sexual climax by looking at screen images of beautiful women. So women's main gender-specific tool works in the maternal screen world. But none of men's gender-specific tools work in the screen world. Large size and strength, aggressive testosterone flowing through our veins, that might help us in the real world, in the paternal particle reality, but they do not translate at all up into the maternal electric screen world. Cameras, the all-seeing eye of Sauron, mostly build up women, but what they and the negative energy media does with men is it uses cameras to parse through every minute of a man's past life. And if they can find 5 seconds where he did something masculine, something which the negative energy, evil electric ring world can use against him, then they'll absolutely destroy him. Does he have a tattoo the media doesn't like? Let's throw his life away. Does he have a text that he shouldn't have sent? Let's throw his life away. Has some old girlfriend come out and said some bad thing about him? Let's throw his life away. Think of it like as men live our lives, we create a ticker tape of our past lives, and the media uses this ticker tape of just our past history and the thoughts of any women who've known us men. You always notice that anytime they're going after a man, they go and talk to his old girlfriends or ex-wives or whatever. So anything that the women who have known him in personal relationships want to throw in there to destroy his life, and it's always negative, they'll find any masculine thing and just use it to destroy him. The whole electric world is a maternal construct that favors women. And men everywhere know that we are just not designed like women are to be so perfect all the time. It's like we men are okay in the old real world, building, creating things, all the kind of stuff that is of value in the physical real world. That's, we're fine there. But in the new electric world, the screen world, it's totally maternal energy and female dominated, and it just eats men alive. And the thing that's happening is men know they can't withstand this Antichrist evil ring examination of every single thing about our lives. So we men are just giving up. Why even try to do anything important with your life if, as soon as you're successful enough to register on their scales, the screen world is going to come to destroy your whole life just for being a heterosexual male? Why not give up before you even start? Just get stoned and play video games or something like that. So men are quitting, giving up, dropping out, stepping down. And keep in mind that right at this time in the world, women have never shown as much skin, never worn as sleek and tight-fitting clothing across every inch of their bodies, yoga pants and skin-tight dresses, makeup and hair. And women are like magnets. They're magnets to us heterosexual men, and women are more magnetic. They are stronger magnets in the pure physically attractive terms than they've ever been before. And the evil Antichrist is using this very thing to destroy the world of men. And here's the thing. It's all kind of funny in a way. When a man in the particle reality does something to harm a woman, it always looks really, really bad. There's nothing funny about it. But when the Antichrist media destroys a man's life, it's almost kind of humorous to both women and also to the men watching it happen on the screen. Even us other guys just kind of shake our heads, and we say, oh, that poor bastard, they got him, he just did another normal guy thing, a masculine guy kind of thing. But then he got busted and now his life is in ruins, We kind of all just laugh it off. But what I'm saying here is this is deadly serious. The evil Antichrist legacy media does this to any real men. to any heterosexual, masculine type guys, anytime, anywhere that it can. And if we don't stop it, it'll keep going until the whole world of men is just gone, just ruined, dead and gone. This is a biological default using these outer ring energies to just take out any man who tries to do something big, one after another, just until the whole thing is feminized completely, and men are just like pouring water out of a pitcher or something until the men are just gone. So this is what's killing the world of men. This is why men's energies everywhere are just crashing. It's very serious. We now live in a world with these two different reality structures together. The real world paternal particle reality and the screen world maternal wave reality. And the powers of the real world are collapsing and getting eaten alive by the new screen world where the Antichrist reigns. We need to figure out a balance between the values and benefits of the old real world and the new screen world, and quickly now before Sauron and his all-seeing eye and the evil ring of the beast from the sea, the ring of power of the long prophesied Antichrist, destroy the world of men forever. These are life and death matters. Please take them seriously. Thank you for watching till the end, and I'll see you in my next video.